Hey guys. Okay, card number 3 in my Mother's Day card series. And again, another just quick and simple one. As you remember, if you've seen my other ones, that's just what this is all about. Quick and simple cards because I need some for Mother's Day, but they can be used for any occasion. So here we go. This is the one we're going to make. So your card base, sort of along the lines of the same A2 size card base that we've been using because that's the easiest card base to do. So this one, the only difference is, remember the cardstock is 8.5 by 11. So you're still keeping it at the 8.5, but on the 11-inch side, which would be your longest side, this is the 11-inch side, you're going to cut it at 4 1/4. So then your piece that you're going to end up with will be the 8.5 by 4 1/4. So then when you score it in half, which is the A2 size card, you're going to have a card base that's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay? So that's the card base that we're going to start with. Let me just show you. See, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay? So you need your card base. And then any paper that you want to use, pattern paper that you want to use. Today for these cards I'm using the Tilda Spring Lake 6x6 pad that I got from Art Attack. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. I just love it. But I've said it before, but the only difference between the Tilda 6x6 as opposed to the 12 by 12 is the 6x6, obviously it's 6x6, but they don't come with any cutouts. All the 12 by 12s have cutouts. So, but this paper is just gorgeous. I mean, look at, let me just show you. Look at these. Love them. Where's the pinks? Did I pass it? Yeah. I mean, look at that paper. It's so pretty. Look. Anyways, okay. So that's the pattern paper I used. And my card base is just, you know, the big pack that you can get from Joann's or Michael's or whatever. Okay, so for the card itself, now, if you choose to do a little bit bigger size and you want to put a full size, you know, printed pattern paper down as a mat first, that's up to you. I have just chosen to go with my squares. Okay, so you're going to have 2 different pieces of pattern paper, different patterns, and you're going to cut 2-inch squares. Okay, so we need 4 2-inch squares of your 2 different pattern papers, 2 of one and 2 of another, for the bottom. And then I've just gone ahead and used the same pattern as this for my middle square. Okay, if you want to do a different, totally different pattern paper from the same pad, and remember, I think I've said this before too, if you're going to mix and match patterns, try to stay with the same pad of paper. Obviously, if it's the same color line from, you know, color scheme from different pads of paper, but you kind of want your paper to go together. Okay, it doesn't have to be matchy-matchy, it just has to go. But I've just chosen to stay with this same pattern for my middle square. So for this particular card, I have 3 pieces of 2 by 2 of this same print. And then I've got 2 of this pattern, 2 by 2 square. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your favorite adhesive. Again, I'm using my Helmars 450. And I inked all the edges. I inked the edges of my card base and I inked the edges of all my squares with tea dye. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of set these on here how I want them, because you need to, your spacing kind of needs to be, you know, right on, because you didn't give yourself, I didn't want a bunch of space. So I wanted my borders kind of small. So I'm going to get them on here like about where I think I want them to go. And then I'm just going to put my ink pad there just to kind of hold those down while I glue these. And that's just because the card base kind of flops open a little bit. That's the only reason I'm holding that down. Alright, then you take your first square. Oh, I need more glue. Take your first square, put your adhesive on it, and pop it in place. Okay. And then take your next square, and you just glue all 4 squares down. Okay, once you get these first 2, the other 2, you don't really need to. But again, I don't want my card flopping, you know, it flips open just a touch, so I'm just going to keep that ink pad on there to hold it down. Yes, I could open the card up and lay it flat. I could score it after I do the fry. I know all those things. Okay, and my last one. All right. Okay, so there's that part. We have that done. Now, this one was going to go right in the middle, and I'm going to pop this one up. So whatever your favorite mode of popping up is, these are the ones I get at the dollar store, so they work just fine for me. Okay. And then this you want to, I'm going to pull it towards me just a touch, guys. You want this one to kind of be in the middle. So I'm just going to look straight down on it and kind of give it a good eyeball. If you want to measure, you go right ahead. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay, so there, that one's in the middle. Now, on this one, I'm not going to have a sentiment, obviously, on the outside. I'm just going to leave it like this. And I chose, if you want to put the sentiment in the middle on this, go for it. It's your card. You make it how you want. I just cut a heart from another piece of pattern paper from the same collection and stuck it there. So that's what I'm going to do with this one as well. Now, I don't have any small heart punches like this size. So how and I normally just cut them by hand anyway. How I go about it is I kind of, it's real scientific, guys. I kind of just put the paper over it to see how wide I'm going to want the heart. And then I just cut a strip. And then I'm going to start with one side. Well, I guess I should cut the top. Normally I don't, I just go for it, but I'll cut it. Okay. So that's basically how big I want the piece of paper, and I'm going to cut the heart out of that. That's going to go in the middle of there. Okay? So I just normally just start at the bottom and just do the one side. Hang on. I should probably be able to see for this. Eureka. Okay. So then I'm just going to go up over here and come down to the middle. Okay? So there's that side. I'm going to chop this piece off. Okay? So there's that. Then I just turn it over, start at the point, and just basically do the same thing here. Now, it's, unless you're really, really good, it's not going to be perfect. Okay? You can do some adjusting. Like this side, I don't know if you can tell, this side right here is a little cattywampus. So I'm going to just turn it over and just pick a point to start with and just try to go around and smooth it out a little bit. then yes, you do kind of have to go to the other side and trim that because you need to have it go in. Okay. And then you can just kind of fuss with it until you get the shape you want. Okay, and I'm happy with that one. So I'm going to go with that shape. Okay, I am going to ink my edges, and I'll do that again because I do have another card. Because this series I've made an extra of all of them, but I think I might give 2 people on Mother's Day the same card. Not sure yet. Okay, so I inked the edges on my heart. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to pop this up as well. I just cut a little piece from my rectangles of my foam tape. And stick it in the middle. Alright, there she blows, guys. How easy was that? And it's super duper cute. Okay, I have one more because this is going to be my extra, so I need to do one more heart. You can put I mean, again, you guys, anything you want in there, flower, whatever you want in there, it's your card, your choice. Okay. Alright, so again, I'm going to just start down here, go up. I'm not drawing anything, I just go up and around, just like a heart shape would be, because again, I know that I can adjust it after the fact. And I chop this off just because it's easier to handle. Flip it over and do the same thing on this side. Oops, yeah, this one's definitely going to have to be fixed. It's not too bad, but this side is definitely bigger, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. But in order to fix that side, I just need to take a bit off there. Alright. Good. I'm good with that. Looks good to me. Ink it up. Now I need to cut a piece. Hang on, I'm just getting my foam tape here. Make sure it's open right. Oops, I guess you have to pull off the back. In order for it to be sticky. Okay, there we go, guys. There is our quick and easy Mother's Day or any occasion cards. And this is card number 3 in my card series. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.